Hello students, today we will read about barrier voltage, forward biasing, reverse biasings and IV characteristics of a diode. So we have, as read earlier, that there are two type of semiconductor. First, intrinsic and doped. So intrinsic we have read that these are pure semiconductors and there is no external impurities in intrinsic type of semiconductors. So in doped semiconductor we introduce external impurities to enhance the conductivity of semiconductors. So we have already read that doped semiconductor are two type, p type and n type. So in p-type semiconductor we introduce such atoms who have 3 electrons in its outer shell, like boron, gallium, aluminum and other. So in n-type semiconductors we introduce such atoms which have 5 electrons in their outer shells, like nitrogen, phosphorus and other atoms. So in p-type materials, what happened that if we consider boron atom, the boron has 3 electrons. This is boron atoms and this has 3 electrons. It make bonding with it nearby silicon atoms as shown in the figure. But this site remain empty. 3 electrons of boron have make bond with these 3 silicon atoms, but this side is empty. This empty site is called hole. So in p-type material there are holes in majority carriers. So electron from another silicon atoms can jump to this hole. So if electron jump to this hole, now here will be an empty space. So hole will be transferred from this to this. Similarly, another electron from another side can transfer to this side. So hole will be created in another side. So in this way the hole are transported in p-type of silicons. So if we consider n-type of semiconductors, in n-type we have doped atoms with 5 electrons in its outer shell. So what happen in n-type of semiconductor, that suppose we consider nitrogen atom. So 5 electrons are in outer shell of nitrogen. So 4 of electron will make bond with 4 nearby silicon atoms as shown in the figure. But the 5th electron of nitrogen, 4 of nitrogen electrons have make bond with these silicon atoms, but the 5th electron does not make any bonding with nearby silicon atoms. So it is free to move in semiconductor as it is not bounded to any bonding. So in this way there are many free electrons like this. So conductivity of this type of semiconductor also increase. So it is clear that what are p type of semiconductor and what are n type of semiconductor. Now if we joined these both type of semiconductor, p and So this is called a PN junction or PN diode, or at the interface where these both type of semiconductor are meet, this is called junction. So what happen in PN junction, that as we know that in N type there are electrons in majority carrier, and in P type there are holes as majority carrier. So as we know from diffusion process that any things move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So electron will move from this side to this side, and hole will be moved from this side to this side. So what will happen, that if electron are moving from this side to this side and hole are moving from this side to this side, so there will be net negative charge in this side and net positive charge in this side. So this is called depletion region, where there are positive and negative charge. And so in next lecture we will learn about the barrier voltage and the biasing of the diode. Thank you.